everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Cassie, also known as KnittaCass, and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about all the things that I am making, patterns I'm drooling over, books I'm reading, and a spice of mental health. So I have a few things to show you today. It's been a little while since I've been on here. I've been trying to do every other week, but life and school has been a little bit complicated, and I also have been really sick. So hoping to sit down and chat with you all and catch up on some things that I am working on. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. Your love and support really means a lot to me. And if you're a new viewer and you are checking me out, thanks for being here. I hope that you like it. And if you do, please like, share, or subscribe. You can find all the places that you can find me in the ending image of my video here. So I have no finished objects. I worked really hard to try to finish my shawl, and it did not work. So I have been working on this shawl. This is the Starflake shawl by Stephen West, and I've been working on it since last October. And I was really hoping to have it done, well, months ago, even though I wasn't really working on it. I was really hoping to have it done before a make-along that has just started called the Pigskin Party, which is a make-along run by Boston Jen, and it goes the whole football season, and it is about knitting as many yards as you can, and you get points for how many yards, and then there's extra things you can do, like using sponsored products to get extra points. And for every, I think it's 100 points, you get entered for prizes. And there's a lot of prizes, and you're on a team, and it can be really fun, and it doesn't have to be competitive, like it's pretty chill, but some people do really like the competitiveness of it and check the leaderboard every day and get really into it. So you can kind of take from it what you want to take from it, and the only one pressuring you is yourself. So we had a knit-along, or knit-a-thon. We had a knit-a-thon through the 11 Stitches membership run by Knitty Natty, and it was to clear needles. So it was to try to finish all your projects that you had going, or as many as you could, so that you had needles ready for the cast on of Pigskin Party. All that to say that I spent hours and hours on the knit-a-thon trying to finish this shawl. So this is the Starflake shawl. It is a shawl by Stephen West. It starts with this really nice kind of star-like shape, and then you got some garter and some brioche, and then you had some side wedges, and now I'm doing this really nice piece. I'll put a photo up. It's like the nice what would you call it, shell-like? It's got a nice like drapey shell, I guess I'm gonna call it, and that gives the curvature at the end of the shawl. And it's got some lace work here. I don't know that I can show it very well. It's really fun. So I am like 30 rows from being finished, and it's just really fun. I'm really enjoying the way that it's looking. I'm enjoying knitting it up, and I am really excited that it's almost over. And deceivingly, this is where my stitch marker was from our last podcast, and it looks like I haven't done much. However, I have done this rest of the wedge from here to here, and then all of the stuff on the bottom here. So like this wasn't there the last time I saw you. So it's actually a lot more than it looks. And I am using this cute little progress keeper. This is a cat who hasn't finished his Rhinebeck sweater, and it was the Rhinebeck exclusive from Wee Ones, which is one of my favorite stitch marker and progress keeper maker. So that's there, and I will move it. Who knows if I'll finish this? So I'll move it just in case I'm not finished for my next podcast. So we'll move that, and we'll see how it goes. I am knitting the Stephen West mystery shawl this year. I haven't done it in a couple years, and he's calling it like the musicale, and you are going to use 4 yarns, and you can either do a tonal, or you can do like what did he call it, like a color palette with a color pop. You can basically do whatever you want as long as it has contrast. And so I haven't picked out my yarn yet, but I'm hoping to pick that out in the next couple of days from Knitpicks. They're doing a sale, but I think I actually might have missed the sale. But anyways, their yarn is pretty reasonable. I don't really have money in the budget with Rhinebeck coming up to get indie dyed yarn. And a lot of my yarn that I have in fingering weight is speckly or variegated, so it won't really work for the shawl, I don't think. So we'll see about that. When I know I'm not going to keep up with the clues, like school is taking a lot away from my knitting time, and I'm just not going to set high expectations. I'm just going to enjoy the process. All right, there's that. Another whip that I have is a pair of socks, and it's just got one sock so far. This is a pair of socks for my son Weston. I'm knitting it on a 9-inch circular size 1 and 64 stitches. I'm using a contrast like color pop the cuff, and then for the heel and maybe for the toe. And it's just this really nice kind of fun like fall colors, and it was called Bonfire, and this is by Knitpicks. And I've got the heel flap and gusset, which fits him pretty well. I don't think I have tried different heels with him, so that's kind of what he's stuck with. He hasn't let me knit a pair of socks for him in a while, so I'm very excited, but they've been kind of just hanging out. This is the yarn. It's all messy here, and I'm keeping it currently in this Shark Hobo bag, which is a bag that was made by the mother of Wee Ones. So I got this at Rhinebeck last year because her mom does sell her bags in the booth that Wee Ones does, but she doesn't have a shop. So the only time that I can get her bags, and I think I have 1 or 2 more of her bags, and I really just like the simplicity of them. So the only time that I can get them is when I go to Rhinebeck. I also have my crochet blanket still being worked on. I don't think I've worked on it at all since the last time I've seen you. If I have, it's just a couple of rows because I'm very, very slow at crochet. And that is the Cozy Stripey Blanket by Attic 24. And then my most current whip that I cast on for Pigskin Party is the Tuula Sweater. Let's see if I can show you the picture without the pattern. So this is the sweater. So it's just a like basic sweater here. It's raglan construction, and then it's got lace work on the sleeves. So I'm hoping to have it done by Rhinebeck, but in all actuality, I know that it won't be done, and I'll probably just be working on it at Rhinebeck, and that's okay. I wasn't sure I was gonna go, so I made all the arrangements to go very last minute, and that's on me. So I just cast it on Sunday, but I had to restart it yesterday. So I just have the collar and started some of the raglan increases for the sleeve. So this is the start of the sleeve lace work. And the yarn is absolutely gorgeous. And I think it's showing up almost true to color. It's like a dark Merlot color. It's really, really pretty. This is yarn by Yarn Café Creations, and it's her colorway Gothic Red. So hoping to work on some more of that later. I have a couple stitch markers here from the Corner of Craft. Pumpkin Spice Latte, a little wizard, and then I have some candy corn from Wee Ones, and some stitch markers here, and this is from, oh, what are they called? Katrinkles. This was at the Katrinkles booth at Rhinebeck. And it's all in this really cute bag by Adorn It. This was the Pigskin exclusive last year, and I'm still really enjoying it. My nieces were over here the other day, and we pulled out all of my fall/Halloween project bags and knit markers and progress keepers, and it was just a lot of fun pulling everything out. And like, fall is coming, you can feel it in the air. It's getting chillier. Some of the leaves are turning, not a whole lot yet, but enough for me to get a little bit excited. So there's that. My last whip that I have also is an acquisition. So this is Yarn by Loops and Threads, and it is a skinny chenille polyester yarn. And I got really big balls because I'm making a blanket, but I do not like the way that it feels. I love the color. It's super, super soft, but when I'm knitting it, it's just very, very floppy. Like it's not gonna hold its shape at all. So I'm using it as a practice so that I am familiar with joining in the round and some of the stitches it calls for. So far, it's all really, really easy stitches. It's just a matter of me being able to read my stitch work and knowing where my beginning stitch was, my last stitch was, which has been going okay. So I'll do this for a few more increases, really feel more comfortable in it, and then I will change it to yarn that is coming tomorrow. It is like baby soft yarn or something like that. I'll show it in my next podcast, and I should hopefully have the blanket cast on. So I'm doing a decent job. Some of it's a little sloppy, but these are gonna be like the start of the points. So pretty excited about that and a little disappointed in the yarn. Not sure what I'll use it for, but I have a whole bunch of it. And I am using what I do with my crochet hook. I think I'm using an H or an I. All right, so that brings me to acquisitions, and I have my Yarnable. Whoops. And then I have something really special. So I've got this, I think it's like a dryer ball. It's felted. It's really cute. It's a mushroom. And then this is really cute. I forgot about this actually. I opened this a while ago. So this is by Love and, oh gosh, Lavender Chai Company. And it's a mini paint kit. So it's got your little paint here. I'm not sure if you have to supply your own brushes. I haven't opened it yet. But you scan it and then it's gonna show you what you should be painting with it. So, whoops. So that will be kind of fun, I think. And then I got these really cute mushroom stitch markers. Oh, I could add that to my fall collection. Sorry, I got interrupted. Somebody came to the door, but look who came to join me. This is Meek. I don't know if you guys have met him. He's our kitten. He just turned a year old last month, and he is a big cat. Oh, yes, you are. He like just grew really fast. He's very tall. He's very long, but he's not like Maine Coon like. Just like a basic, I think he's a tiger cat. And he is trouble. He likes to steal food. He'll eat cat food, dog food, human food, trash. You'd almost think he was a stray. And he's a little love bug when he's not making trouble, huh? You gonna hang out with me? And this is my youngest Weston's cat. He got it for his birthday last year. And so Weston is his person, and they sleep together. But during the day, he likes to hang out with me in my office. This used to be Weston's room, so I think it's just a really familiar, calming space for him. Yeah. Oh, you're purring. What a sweetheart you are today. All right, and I should show you the yarn that came in my Yarnable. Oh, I was opening my mushroom stitch markers. That's what I was doing. Oh, there's a lot of them. That's exciting. I'll add that to my fall. Oh, and it's on a light bulb stitch marker, so you'll have that too. Fun. And then I've got the yarn. It's kind of cute. I don't know if my sister would like it or not, but it reminds me of her. It says Shroom with a View. And I get their fingering weight, so it's plush sock, 85/15 superwash merino nylon. And yeah, very cute package. I should leave the little painting out for some self-care. And I'll leave the stitch markers out. Put that Notion pouch where the rest of them and I'll put my Yarnable where the rest of my Yarnables is. I gotta use some of them. I don't knit enough to go through my stash. Put this in here. Okay, so that brings me to the acquisition that made me so excited. So I signed up for a mystery make-along called Haunted Hues, and it is by Hypnotic Yarn, which is the company that does Yarnable. And it came like this. I'm not supposed to open it till October 1st, but I couldn't help myself. I was so excited about it. So if you have the, what is it called? Haunted Hues Monster Mash Make-Along Mystery Box, and you have not opened it, do not watch for like 1 minute. I'm gonna show it. Also turn your audio off. So if you've been good and you've gotten the Haunted Hues and you haven't opened it yet, put this on silent or fast forward about a minute and a half. You won't be spoiled. Okay, so it comes with this really cute card and it talks about your extras. And this is one of them. This is a mug. It's really cute. It's a mummy shaped mug. And it came with this bat tea light holder. Oh, does it have, looks like it might have matches in it too. And these Halloween stitch markers. And then it comes with this really fun keychain. So it has women's sock size, Kitchener stitch, and men's sock size. And it comes with this really fun bag. Look at what it does. This is so fun. Me and my son have been playing with it. So first of all, you open it and you get these little monster teeth, which is super cute. Look at that. The bag comes completely apart. Isn't that fun? Super fun. I wasn't sure it actually came apart, but we were like, well, we have to try it. And it did. And it was very exciting. And I really love the monster teeth. How cute is that? Okay. And now for the yarn. Look at that. Beautiful. They have fun names too. So this one is called Zombie Prom Queen. Ghouls Night Out, Undead and Fabulous, Hex Appeal, and Mummy Dearest. And the card, or the email, they sent an email saying that, you know, the card was missing one specific piece, and it's that these glow in the dark, and that this, if I understand it correctly, is like an LED light. So wicked. You are free to come back. I have taken it away and there's nothing to see here. All right, so that's it for projects and acquisitions. Me explain with my box now. And so a little bit of some family life. It's been a little busy here. My husband had his gallbladder out. Luckily they were able to do it laparoscopic and his healing has been amazing. He's back to work. He's on light duty right now, but he'll be back to official duty, I think next Monday. And he was just really bored, really tired and really bored. So he was kind of going crazy. He likes to stay busy. School has started. My oldest Wyatt is going to a tech program for culinary arts and is really enjoying it. So that's pretty exciting. And Weston, my youngest, is I wouldn't say excited about school, but he says that it's okay. So that's an improvement from last year. That makes me pretty happy. And I had my nieces over for a spa day. They are 4 and 11, and we did like some nails and some hand soaks and soaked our feet and did some face mask, and it was just super fun. I'm trying to be more intentional about doing things and not just working and doing homework all the time. Like really just trying to enjoy life and spend time with people that I love. And unfortunately, I don't get to see them very much, even though we live nearby, because I'm constantly doing one or the other, working or schoolwork. So yeah, and then I just got over being sick. So I was sick with some GI stuff that was pretty severe for just about 2 weeks, but I'm back to normal and feeling so much better. That's part of why I was off track with podcasting. I totally would have had time to do it had I been feeling better. Is that about it? I think that's about it with lifetime or with life stuff. And so that brings me to books that I'm reading. So I'm currently reading Two Twisted Crowns, and this is a book by Rachel Gillig or Gillig. I'm not really sure. I'll put it down below. And it is the sequel to One Dark Window. It's about a time period where there is some magic and there's some magic cards, and the cards have each have a different property. And there's a price to pay if you're using magic. And so she's battling with some of the price that she has to pay, but also trying to figure out a little bit about the magical world and how to fix things. And she also has like an inner battle with what she calls the monster, which has a pretty good story plot as to who and what the monster is. So that's pretty good. I really enjoyed it. The sequel to Twisted Crowns is really good so far. I have fallen into it quicker than I did the first one, and I'm really enjoying it and enjoying picking it up. Unfortunately, it's on hold at the moment, mostly because of lack of time and my book club book. For book club this month, we are reading Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate. And it's about these kids who were scooped up. They lived on the river, they were scooped up, and they go to this home, and they're hoping to be reunited with your family. And it says something about the main character doing whatever she has to do to keep the siblings together. And you can kind of tell by the back of the book and by how the book is going so far that it's not a great place for kids to be. And then there's also this connection with somebody in the present day who might somehow have, their stories might collide. And the way that it's going to collide, or like the foreshadowing of it and some of the clues right now, are really intriguing. So I'm really enjoying it. And I have to finish that by a certain time frame. So that's the book that I am reading the most. And I'm reading it mostly on lunch break, because by the time I come home lately, I am just pooped. Mostly because I wasn't feeling good. So hopefully there'll be reading time on my break and before bed, but we'll see. Oh, Meek, you're so sweet. I'm also reading, and I say reading loosely, The Night and the Moth. It's all over Book Talk, and everyone's talking about it. And so I picked it up, and I have it on Audible. And I can't really get into it. I'm still at the very beginning, so there is hope that it'll get better. It sounds promising. I don't even know how to explain it, but I am not enjoying the narrator. I think that's my problem. The narrator has a really thick, like British accent, and I'm really having a hard time following along with how the story is going. I think I would have better luck if I got like a physical copy or a Kindle copy. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. I think I'll give it a few more chances, because the Audible for me, I used a credit and it was free. I wouldn't say I'm frugal, but you know, I don't like to be frivolous with my money. So we'll see if I like it. And that brings me to my favorite part. So this is my Spice of Mental Health. It's a segment where I talk about something you can do for self-care or self-awareness, being kind to yourself, filling your cup. I think that we're getting better as a society about being aware that there's mental health and how important it is, and how it's not just for people who are suffering from mental illnesses. And I think it's just really important for everyone to have a gentle reminder of things you can do for mental wellness. And so for today, I did a little bit of reading on what's called the expectation theory. And what this theory is that you are setting yourself up by saying certain things in your mind. you're setting yourself up for that to happen. For example, if you're nervous about like how work is going to do, like there's a big presentation, or you know you're going to be short-staffed and you think ahead of time like, oh, this is going to be a really bad day, your brain is going to pick out pieces that prove it was a bad day, even if it wasn't that bad. The opposite also holds true. So if you're going to a social place and you're a little nervous about going, or you think it's not going to go great, but you tell yourself like this is going to be fun, your brain will pick out pieces that showed that it was a good time. So my homework for you and for me is to try to be a little more mindful about the narration we do going into events so that we can have a better time. So if we come at it with a positive thinking, our brain will pick out the positive pieces. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be, but I think it's really important for us to practice going into something with a positive mindset. I think that's it for today. I hope that you all have some happy crafting, and I will see you next time. Bye.